So it's 8 o'clock in the morning. I got into Austria last night, as you can tell by the giant hills all around me. I've got two of the biggest climbs of this trip so far coming up today, up to 800, up to 900 meters. Just, once I've descended to the lake, I stopped at a sort of crest point last night, which is quite nice. So I'm going to do a proper stretch today, not just an on the mic one. I'm going to roll down to the lake, maybe get some food there for the rest of the day, enjoy the views before I then have to just keep pedaling. I tend to go about 5 kilometers an hour, 6 kilometers an hour when I'm climbing, so don't expect to get very far today, but all in all I will have climbed a good couple of thousand meters maybe by the time I get to the other side and descend to the Danube, and then it's kind of flat all the way to Bulgaria. And there's a few final hills obviously for my final days. Overall I'm feeling okay. I slept really well last night, really well. Put some new earplugs in, even though I'm by this road, and got a full 7.5 hours, so just a bit puffy from hay fever. So I'm gonna finish my peanut butter, pack the remaining kit up, and get rolling. I'm crying, it's so beautiful. Look how clear the water is. Just hit the base of the climb, 500 meters. Looks like it's gonna be a nice quiet road. Just had some high performance cake and nut biscuits. Hello. And I'm ready to go. Let's see how long it takes to get to 500, to get to 900 from 500. Welcome to Austria. After my high, beating all these mountain bikes to the top of a 900 meter pass this morning, which took me about 2-3 hours. The rocks are pretty rough and I broke my front rack, which I'm gonna have to replace in Bulgaria. And I had to push for a short section that was really steep. But other than that, I made it, and I felt really good. A bit sweaty, but actually really feeling good. This afternoon I just been sapped of energy. There's a lot of up and down here, as you'd expect. If you take the major roads, it's flatter, but the major roads are horrible. So I tried for a little bit to take some main roads, and thought, fuck it, I'll just take the smaller roads. But yeah, just really sapping energy. Got to about 110 kilometers this afternoon and just thought, do you know what, I'm going to stop. So I'm settling into chocolate, which I bought. I'm doing a pretty good job at buying stuff without understanding the label. So far I've bought water for my bike, which has been fizzy most days. I buy fizzy water by accident, and recently I bought this disgusting apple water from Aldi. I had 3 litres of that, which I even cooked pasta with. So apple pasta was a bit of a weird one. But now I've got my chocolate treat every night. This one is rum and raisin, which I didn't realise, so I'm going to be well away on the rum in this, the real Jamaican rum. And I've got my book, Uprooted. So I'm normally cycling for an extra hour, but instead I'm just going to chill out, enjoy this, and then head in tomorrow for one last climb in Austria before descending through Slovenia, and then Croatia to Serbia, which will be a new adventure altogether. Good morning! So after yesterday's insane climb, I stopped about an hour early, and massive Alp in the background,
a great thing to wake up to. And I fell asleep about 10 o'clock and woke up. My alarm had been going off for an hour, so I woke up at 8 o'clock. So I had a good 9 hours sleep last night. I'm feeling much better for it actually. Just a little bit zoned out, but I'm actually feeling much happier to be on the bike this morning rather than last night when I was struggling a bit. So I got one more big climb today. I'm going to take it easy. To post back a camera which looked great at the time. It does make a much better video than my phone, but it's not worth the weight and the size. That's terrible. The hills are alive with the sound of music. That's my jazz version. Can you hear that? Sound of electric pylons in the rain.
So I had a little accident today. I was coming down a hill in a small town here just on my last day or my last couple of days in Austria. I'm 12 days in now and my tiredness was showing. I hadn't really paid attention earlier when I was coming to a crossing and didn't brake fast enough in preparation for it, and I saw a car coming a bit too late and had to swerve around it. And then shortly after that I was coming downhill really fast, misjudged the balance of the bike and it just went over the top into the curb, and somehow I landed. I did a nice roll over the top and cut my knee up, take a chunk out of my knee, but really just patched myself up quite quickly. But it's just a sign that I'm really tired. I've sort of got into this zone of cycling for 10 hours a day. I've now cycled 120 hours in the last couple of weeks, and I'm just not paying attention as much as I was at the beginning. So I'm stopped early. It's 7:30, so I've got a good few hours. I got a really good night's sleep last night, so I'm just gonna really chill out, finish my book, just clean out my my war wounds, see how my hip feels tomorrow morning, and just try and take it more relaxed. The good news is it's flat from this point on pretty much until the last few hills into Bulgaria, so it shouldn't have caused me too much issues. I shouldn't have too much crazy climbing to do on my damaged knee. But yeah, it's a lesson learned really. I need to play for the long game. I think the sign that I was doing too much is that I was taking a pee without leaving the bike. I was just stopping, going for a piss, carrying on, to the point where I literally, by the time I fall off, I'll probably be on my bike for about 2.5 hours solidly since lunch, and then 4 hours solidly in the morning. So yeah, lesson learned.
This is unbelievable.